The stadium's ready, so are we, and our friends at Renault Vans as Tottenham bid to reach the group stages of the Champions League. Yes, Spurs arrive as masters of their own destiny here in Switzerland tonight. Win here and they give themselves a great chance of pulling up a chair at the top table of European club football, as they would have one foot in the group stages of the Champions League. Behind me you can see the pitch on which they will play tonight. Harry Redknapp's men looking to build a healthy lead against Young Boys going into the second leg at White Hart Lane. I want you to continue sending in your predictions of what the score is going to be. More of that later, but first let's get into some transfers. AC Milan have confirmed on their website their interest in the midfielder Prince Boateng, who was at Portsmouth last season. He really will have fallen on his feet if he moves there. As will Jermaine Jenas. Our own Daily Mirror reports that he's on the brink of a move to Juventus. Good for him. Liverpool are about to confirm the signing of keeper Brad Jones from Middlesbrough for around about £2.3 million. Sky Sports News are saying that Blackpool have completed the signing of Israeli defender Dekel Kainan. Chelsea target Neymar is going to decide this week if he's to make the switch to the Premier League champions. That's in the Daily Mirror. Neymar's club Santos are looking to hold out for the £29.6 million release fee clause in his contract. The Mail reckon West Brom are set to seal the capture of Nigeria striker Peter Odemwingie from Lokomotiv Moscow today. SkySports.com say that Stoke boss Tony Pulis is reportedly preparing a £9 million swoop for the Wigan striker Hugo Rodallega. The back page of the Times back in London is saying that Blackburn boss Sam Allardyce will be handed a staggering £100 million transfer kitty by Hassan Ali Sayed if the Indian entrepreneur completes his proposed takeover at Ewood Park. We'll be watching that particular space. Aston Villa's James Milner will turn his back on Manchester City if his move is not wrapped up in the next 48 hours. That's in the Sun, but somehow I don't think so. It was right here in Switzerland that Harry Redknapp was saying yesterday that Craig Bellamy is too good to drop down to the Championship with Cardiff. Now Celtic have said that they won't give up the fight to land him from City. Everton have also joined the race. We already know that Fulham are very interested indeed. Redknapp has also confirmed that the Croatia goalkeeper Stipe Pleticosa is training with Spurs ahead of a possible loan move. West Ham's Valon Barami wants to quit the club for Roma. He says that his family can't settle in London. That's in the Mail. The Mail also say that Man City will try to keep Shay Given at the club by offering him a pay rise and a new long-term deal which would see him stay at the club until he's 39. I still think he's going to Arsenal. The Star say that Stuttgart are plotting a cut-price £9 million offer for Spurs striker Roman Pavlyuchenko. And our friends at imscouting.com say that Everton are leading PSV Eindhoven and 20 Enschede in the race for the FC Utrecht attacking midfielder Dries Mertens. Now, the Football Spy Show is coming to you from here in Switzerland, where Spurs play Young Boys in the first leg of their Champions League qualifying playoff tonight. Already we've had lots of emails discussing their chances on the AstroTurf. Aidan, 17, from Australia. He thinks Spurs will win 3-0 because Young Boys won't be able to cope with the balls into the box and Bale and Lennon on the flanks. Lawrence Season from New Jersey in the USA. He went to Spurs in pre-season in America and he's convinced they'll rack up the goals 4-0, then rotate for the second leg. But Brian's from London. He's worried that Spurs could underestimate the team that put up the Turkish giants Fenerbahce in the last round. Here's a couple of your teams and the way you want them to line up next season. Benji Wheeler's Arsenal team's got a move for Shay Given, who looks up for grabs after starting Saturday's game against Spurs on the bench for Man City. The Werder Bremen defender Per Mertesacker in the back four with Song and the Juventus midfielder Felipe Melo in front of them. Fabregas provides the flair with Van Persie and Arshavin on the wings and Shamak on his own up front. I like that side, solid in defence and prolific in attack. Laith is from Dubai. He actually says he's worried Man U have too many strikers at their disposal. Haven't heard that one before. His side is a bit bizarre too. Smalling's an interesting choice at defensive midfield. I wouldn't have him there. Fletcher and Nani would do well in the centre of the park though. Chicharito and Makeda are up front, just in front of Rooney. But I worry that the lineup doesn't have enough width. Yesterday I read you an email from Rob Jackson back in England asking what his fellow City fans and neutrals think of Manchester City's decision to freeze out Craig Bellamy? He's all over the papers back in England today. Harry Redknapp saying that he'd love to sign him and that he shouldn't go to Cardiff. To be fair, your views have flooded in. Ex-Killerlots says, I truly believe that Bellamy is a good player, shouldn't be underestimated. Method thinks selling Bellamy is a mistake as he's too good to be left out. Chapped here says, I absolutely love Bellamy. He's my favourite player at City and I find it very sad that he's being left out of this year's campaign. He really does give everything. I'm really shocked at Mancini for this one decision, but I just hope that this helps us to get into next year's Champions League, because we'll definitely be in big trouble if we don't. Keep your views on that coming into a spy at mirror.co.uk or post on YouTube or of course on the Mirror Football website. Time for some more of your top 6 predictions. Like yesterday, I've got to point out that these are some of the many that were pouring in before the start of the new Premier League season, but we'll start with a couple from the Daily Mirror channel. Platt Bob's got the right idea. He's got Chelsea top and United second, but City third, not for me. Anil Agak's been in touch on our YouTube email and he's predicting a massive season for Newcastle on this evidence. He's got them in the European places. Not sure about that, especially based on last night's defeat to United. He's got Arsenal top from United and Chelsea, and no Liverpool in his top 6. A couple of bottom 6s for you. Chris William Frith has got Blackpool going down, although on the display against Wigan he might have to rethink that. West Brom look nailed on though, so too do Wigan. And just very quickly, Thongs has the same bottom 3 with Fulham joining Newcastle and Bolton in the bottom 6. Now, yesterday I asked you to give me your first impressions of your team after the first weekend of the new Premier League season and where you think they'll finish based on that first game. Robert Parks is in North Carolina. He's an Arsenal fan, and as you know, they were lucky to draw with Liverpool on Sunday. He says, we missed our captain Fabregas while Shamak and Koscielny need time to adapt. Wilshere look good, but we need a new keeper and a defender. That's a fair point. Joe Carter's another Arsenal fan. He's happy with the draw but felt Arsenal lacked cutting edge. He thinks Mark Schwarzer is needed in goal along with another 2 defenders. And Nick Carras is in Melbourne, Australia. He says, hi Darren, Newcastle have to buy. They need another quality midfielder and a striker. And I wouldn't be surprised if Martin O'Neill is the new coach by the 5th week of the season. We'll just do one more. King Zeus is pulling no punches in about his West Ham side. He says, we were rubbish against Villa on Saturday. On that form we'll be relegated. Having said that, some of our new signings are not yet fit or are injured, and when we are all fit we will perform well enough to stay up. Can you also please make it clear on the show tomorrow that I do not think Santa Cruz or Yakuba are necessary, as they're more unfit, mediocre wage stealers, and they'll put us into more debt. I hope I've made that clear, King Zeus. Keep your teams and your views and your good luck messages for Spurs in the Champions League coming in. The Football Spy Show is back tomorrow, hopefully with some good news from here in the Wankdorf Stadium in Switzerland. I'll see you next time.